Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Aisyah and I'm student of State Islamic Institute of Palopo. And today I'm going to present my journal. The title is An Analysis of Students' Mistakes of Using of Simple Past Tense Through Retelling Unforgettable Experience. So there are 5 points. The first is introduction, the second is method, the third is finding and discussion. Fourth is generic structure of unforgettable experience. And the last is conclusion. So, we're going to the first is about introduction. English is one of the most widely used foreign language in the world in Indonesia. English has been taught at the school and university. English is a language which must be mastered by every individual in general. There is a difference between English and Indonesian language, both in pattern and sentence structure. In English, there are three types of time descriptions, namely simple present, past tense, and future tense. To make a sentence in English, we must at least know the three descriptions of time. The three tense are used to indicate time: present, future, and also past. Many obstacles experienced by students while learning English, the error arose because some of them were lack of understanding of grammar in English. During learning English, many students make mistakes when write paragraphs using past tense. The error was caused by many things, namely, they didn't know the pattern from the simple past tense. Based on the background above, the researcher done the research and analyzed more deeply the types of error in the use of past tense. In the first semester, student of Information Engineering Medium University as follows. The first is, what is the student's understanding of the past tense? The second is, what the types of error that arise in written past tense sentence for students, and then the benefit of the research include. The first is to find out and analyze error in using simple past tense, and the second is to help increase knowledge about learning English in order to understand of errors in the use of simple past. And then method. This study used classroom article research. According to Kemes Hanifat 2014, action research is a form of self-reflective inquiry undertaken by participants in social, including education, situation in order to improve their rational and justify their own social or education practice. The second is their understanding of this practice, and the third is the situation in which the practice are carried out. In this most rationally empowering when undertaken by participant collaborate talk is it often undertaken by individuals and sometimes in a cooperating with outsider. And then next is finding and discussion. In this part, this study used a preliminary test in the form of 10 questions about the past tense, and the result of the initial test found several errors made by students. The first is error using verb suffix ed and d in regular verb. The second is error using irregular verb form of simple past tense verbs. And then error in the use of did in negative sentence. And the last is error using to be. After the conducted the test at the beginning, the researcher then evaluate the learning. Next, the researcher discuss the result of the last in learning activity as an effort to evaluate and profit understanding related to simple past tense. Which as a follow-up, the study was give a question back to the final test. The final test result describes namely, the first is the use of verb suffix ed and d in the regular verb Previously, there are 15 students who made mistakes now had been reduced to 5. And then the use of irregular verb of simple past tense from 14 students had been reduced to 3 people. And then the use of didn't negative sentence from the beginning, 13 people reduced to 2 people. And the last is the use of to be, which was 15 people become 2 people. And then the definition of unforgettable experience has such a strong effect or influence on you that you can't forget it, something unlike to leave your mind and anytime soon, and etc. And then generic structure of unforgettable experience. The first is orientation. At the beginning of paragraph, it tells time, place, and with whom. The second is event. It tells the sequence of activities, sequence adverb, such as first, second, the third, and etc. And the last is reorientation. At the last paragraph, the conclusion of the writer. Okay, thank you. I think that's all for my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.